Good evening, everyone. This is Anthony, Wall Street Trader. It's 7:55 p.m. on Sunday night, May 23rd, 2021. Couple of things. Today was really ugly, very ugly. Most of you folks probably didn't even like want to even look at the screen today. Look, we had a massive dumping of Bitcoin that turned into a complete annihilation of the altcoin market. To put it mildly, it was a shit show. So, just making sure that before we start, number one, I don't know any one of the folks on this video who is watching this video who subscribed to this video. So please, like your risk, I don't know anything about you. I know all the things about me. So this is what I'm doing based on what I can afford to lose. And if I lose it, I'll be able to live and breathe and pay my bills and all that good stuff. But I want to make sure that all of you, because I empathize and I sympathize with everyone on who's watching this and who's taking taking a hit in their portfolio today. I just want to make sure that you're all in economic health such that if you're doing any investments, anything, whether it's stuff on this video or anything else, that you're doing it such that you can lose that money and still move and still breathe and live and pay your bills and all that stuff. Do not risk what you can't afford. That's my true wish. I hope all of you are not overextending yourself. Please. I mean, I ask all of you to rethink your portfolio, generally speaking. Anyway, this is not financial advice. I am not a financial advisor. I have been in this business for a while, meaning what's this business? This business is my own personal investments, looking at charts, reading up on stuff, going to the pattern site. I mean, millions of different like technical analysis books I've gotten. I look at fundamentals, I read prospectuses. I mean, I've been through this thing for a long time. So I mean, I'm just trying to share what I've been through. I've made plenty of mistakes in my investing life. I can tell you that. So, and what I've learned is putting your chips all in one basket never works. Whether you're diversified or not, when it comes to even one investment, if I'm going to go buy Tesla today, I'm going to make sure I know how much I'm going to invest in it, and then I'm going to go in slow. Why? Because as soon as you go in, you all know you could probably have gotten it cheaper. If it all went straight up, we'd all be mega millionaires, but we're not. Okay, so that's all I want to say. The second thing I want to mention is that this video is educational. This is only what I do. So please tread at your own risk. Anyway, you know the drill. Twitter, subscribe button below. Let's move forward. Okay, so the graph. All right, last night we hit my 2050 scenario right over here, highlighted on the left. Okay. And what I did was I wound up getting two snabs that I got 10%, a little over 78, 10%, a little below 78. So 78 cents, 20% on that. So now I'm 40% invested in the graph, and the remaining that I have set aside for the graph is sitting in US dollars. There it is. Okay, Bitcoin never hit 30K, so I did not hit condition 2. Let's move forward. A couple of things everyone should know about today. Current state with the cryptos today, May 23rd, is that the relative strength of almost every crypto, all cryptos, other than Bitcoin, have fallen more than Bitcoin itself. In other words, Bitcoin went down 6%, all the other the strength of all the other cryptos relative to Bitcoin actually went down more than 6%. So that was a pretty significant tell. Why? Bitcoin there's a lot of institutional investment in Bitcoin, right? But there's like almost no institutional investment in altcoin. So what does that mean? Well, if you have retail investors selling out their altcoin faster than people selling out their Bitcoin, well, that tells me that the retail folks are scared crapless and jumping ship. And I always say scared money don't make no money, but in this particular case, people probably who need the money are probably selling it because they're desperate. But also people are also who just don't want to lose money, who don't know about holding for long term to try to limit their risk. For those that can afford to lose their money, probably just got a little shooken up today. And every 3 years this happens. It doesn't mean that this is going to happen this year. I'm just saying. As I see it, the whole altcoin market went down more so than Bitcoin because the altcoin market is driven more so by retail investors. I think over the long term, Bitcoin, once it gets its bearing, once we find out that Bitcoin is really, this is a fake bust down, and things start, shaping up for Bitcoin, what will happen is once Bitcoin's back on track, the retail investment community will feel more comfortable and going back into the altcoin market. And that's typically how this works. Retail people get scared faster than institutional investors. Everyone should understand that. Let's move forward. Here's an example. Today, at 7:34, I took a snapshot of this on my thing. So the graph to US dollar went down 16%. What happened? Bitcoin went down only 7%. The graph went down 10-11%. And why is that important? Well, because the graph is this equals this multiplied by this. This one went down more than this one. Okay? So again, retail went down more than institutional. Importante, muy importante. If you're Spanish, you know what I'm saying. If you're English, it means very important. Sorry, I'm brushing up on my Spanish skills. All right, let's move forward here. The graph US dollar. Okay, so we're back to 65 and change. If you go to the, so we're still below. I mean, I bought some over at 117 up here when I crossed down here, and then I picked some more up down here. I don't have a new entry point, so I'll probably start formulating one once the market calms down. I want to see how Sunday night into Monday nights play out. So there's that. Here's the Bitcoin broadening wedge. I continue to tell people the descending broadening wedge. This purple area, to me, it's still respecting the purple baby wedge that we always talk about. Now, my suspicion is, odds are, that if it breaks this green line, we should be shooting straight up. It might kind of suck for the Bitcoin pairs initially, but they usually catch up after that. So look, we're at 35,000 on the Bitcoin right now, which is better than what we saw today, which was around 31,000, like 1 o'clock. So anyway, let's move forward here. Let's go to here. So this is where my trade, once this thing hit last night, I think it was, I forget when, something, let me just spread this out a little bit. There was a point where it hit 2050. And my trade, actually, this happened here. When I said it was go down below 2050, happened last night, and it basically busted through, and I immediately picked some up. So, I'm in. And I'm going to be in it for the long term. So I still have some cash on the sidelines, like I mentioned earlier. And that's all I have for now. So let's just take one step back. Also, yesterday, I've been telling New Cipher people, and I'm going to tell you guys first in the graph that my reveal for the new cryptocurrency I'm going to be covering is RLC. What do? They do the cloud on the decentralized environment. I think it's a really interesting play. Distributed compute on a decentralized environment is actually pretty interesting and very compelling. And it kind of takes away from the Amazons. It's kind of a competitor to Amazon, the Amazon cloud, as well, the AWS cloud and Microsoft Azure cloud, as an example, for some of the infrastructure as a service. Again, I think infrastructure is a great play. Why? Because these are typically the ones that don't get as regulated as things like Aave and some of the crypto banks that are out there. Those things always get regulated. I mean, banks generally get regulated. Infrastructure companies hardly get regulated. But anyway, that's where I'm thinking. That's why I think infrastructure will be awesome for the long term. Anyway, I'm going to get going, but hope I'll be putting that RLC video out tomorrow. All right, talk soon.